warriors coming, this is your warning. Number one champion, number one champion. If you know it, you won't be here by the morning. Number one champion. We made the people say, now all of them are singing, we come to crown you, crown you, crown you. Number one champion.
It's time to bring out the best. That's for me. Mistakes are critical. That's for you. Because every point, every toe touch, every back hold, every point that you take on that mat is a fight. It's a fight to secure your spot on the top 6. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to KBD Live. We extend you the warmest welcome as we begin the fight for the playoffs. My name is Suren Sundaram. Hello, Vijesh Hirji. Are you ready for a fight?
Not just ready, salivating. First you tell me, what do you mean best is you, mistakes is me? Suren, listen, you ask me if I'm ready. I'm salivating because it's not going to be just a fight. It's going to be a proper brawl, like a street fight. Listen, we've already seen that passions are inflamed. Yeah. Things have started to heat up even before the fight to the playoffs has begun. Not just on the mat, but also off the mat. And we're going to lose our voices.
I am sure of that.
And our minds are going to spin from all the permutations and combinations possible. We're going to need a mathematical degree by the end of this.
Are you ready for this? So, since we are trying to find out who the top 6 could be, we're going to do things a little differently here on KBD Live. We're bringing you the top 6 of KBD Live. There they are on your screen, the playoffs probability. Pune have found a new hope, that factor called the Naveen factor. The Titans clearly love to hunt down Haryana. Coach Manpreet will be live. He's back on your screens. And finally, the Panga of the day. So let's go chronologically. Let's look at the points table of what the past few days have done to the overall look of the points table. Patna Pirates are now clear second with the win over the Jaipur Pink Panthers. But Haryana Steelers, they are at the perch. They're at the top with 67. But all the other teams, take a look at that logjam. From number 2 all the way to number 6, it's still anybody's league.
Now, all the way to number 8, it's still anybody's league. Now, the Haryana Steel, you said playoffs probability, you'll help and find.
You mentioned the word playoff probability.
It's impossible, man. Okay, here's the playoff probability, okay? What we're saying is that these are the teams, this is the percentage of probability that each of those teams, the Haryana Steelers will definitely make it through. The Patna Pirates have a 75% chance. To me, it's better than that. The UP Yodhas have a 65% probability, agreed. You Mumbai have a 55% probability. I believe it's better than that. The Telugu Titans are at 50%, better than that. Dabang Delhi, the Jaipur Pink Panthers, 50% again, better than that. The Puneri Paltan have been put at a 35% probability of making it to the playoffs. I believe it's far better than that. Even though the Puneri Paltan have a very, very tough job on their hands, Suren. The Paltan can afford to lose only one game out of their remaining games. That is, if they want to keep their qualification scenario within their control. If they lose any more than one game, then things go out of their control. But I believe that their chances of making it to the playoffs, to the top 6, are better. This is game number 1.
Take a look at this showdown. On one side, this man will be back on the mat. Coach Manpreet, who can forget that game against the Patna Pirates? His team, this star, this showstopper, Mohammad Reza Shadlu, he will be once again in action. Haryana Steelers are clearly the team to beat. But if there is one team who knows how it is to beat them, it is the Telugu Titans. Because earlier this season, they managed to get one over the Steelers by a massive margin of 22 points. Bengal has already done the double.
No, but listen, I have to ask you this. So the first game there, the Haryana Steelers versus the Telugu Titans. Who do you think the pressure is on more? Because the Haryana Steelers, they may be at the top of the table, but they haven't secured qualification yet. They still need one win and one tie.
They've got 5 games, and a win and a tie should really get them closer to promised land. I think Haryana Steelers would not be sweating under the collar.
On the other hand, the Telugu Titans need to win at least 2 of their remaining 5, and this one is going to be a tough one. So I agree. The pressure is going to be on the Telugu Titans.
All right, that's game number 1. Match number 2. We'll see Dabang Delhi KC against the home side, Puneri Paltan, who have lost 2 on the trot. And that ladies and gentlemen, is probably one of the most familiar faces when you look at the history of Pro Kabaddi League. Ajay Thakur, we'll come to that. But Puneri Paltan, they will feel the pressure. They will feel the pain because Rajesh Hirji, to be honest, at the start of the season, when we were talking and looking at all these teams, tonight they're up against Dabang Delhi, but Puneri Paltan, they were defending champions. Everything looked like it was written in the stars for them. And here they are with the fear of missing out, in fact, even the qualification for the playoffs.
You know, it's an insane story actually, Suren, because the beginning of the season, it looked like they just picked up from where they left off last season. And suddenly things have changed all over again. Now, a large part of that, of course, they lost Aslam, yes. But if you look at their defense was doing insanely well for them. The way their defense has fallen off is incredible. In the first 10 games, they had 12.8 average tackle points per game. In the last 7, it's 8.1. It's fallen by what? 4.7. You look at the tackle strike rate, that's fallen by 17%.
That's insane.
35% tackle strike rate for the Puneri Paltan. And they have just 2 super tackles in the last 7, whereas they had 12 in the first 10. Now, Gaurav Khatri in that right corner, who was one of the mainstays, he's gone down from 4.8 average tackle points to 1.8. Abhinesh Nadarajan and Sanket Sawant have 1.4 tackle points per game. In the last 9 games, they have the second lowest strike rate in super tackles. They only have 26 tackle points. That's a 50% tackle strike rate. How they're going to dig themselves out of this hole, maybe Ajay Thakur knows.
Puneri Paltan have been hurtling downhill. They have lost game after game. It's not been happy for Puneri Paltan, but have they managed to catch a lifeline? Because they just welcomed Ajay Thakur as the new assistant coach, and we caught up with the legend ahead of this game.
देखिए, मेरा आज फर्स्ट डे है। मैं आज ही मैंने टीम को ज्वाइन किया है। अभी मैं प्लेयर्स के साथ समझूंगा, उनका माइंड सेटअप समझूंगा, उनकी स्ट्रेटजी समझूंगा कि प्लेयर्स किस तरीके से सोचते हैं या किस तरीके से वो। देखिए, ऐसा होता है कि बहुत प्लेयर ऐसे हैं जिनसे आप अग्रेशन से बात करेंगे वो अच्छा खेलेंगे। बहुत से प्लेयर ऐसे होते हैं जिनको आप बड़े प्यार से समझाएंगे वो फिर अच्छा खेलेंगे। तो ये माइंडसेट की गेम है और मैं अभी टीम के साथ जुड़ा हूँ, तो अभी मैं देखूंगा कि प्लेयर्स कौन किस बिहेवियर का है, किस नेचर का है। देखिए, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, मेरी नई जर्नी शुरू हुई है। मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और मैं पुणे टीम का हिस्सा बन के बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ, क्योंकि मैं इस टीम के साथ जब मैं कबड्डी खेलता था तो मैं 2 सीज़न कंटिन्यू, 3rd और 4th सीज़न मैंने इस टीम के साथ खेला हूँ, तो मैं काफ़ी खुश हूँ इस टीम का हिस्सा बन करके।
Okay, quick one. Ajay Thakur was part of our broadcast team at the start of the season. I have had the privilege of spending a little bit of time, but you have known the man from close quarters. What does he bring to the table for Puneri Paltan at this stage of the team?
All right, beautiful man. Now, first of all, man's a legend in the sport. Okay, he's an Arjuna awardee. He's captained the national team. He's won us, national level games. He's won his teams in the Pro Kabaddi League games. He used to be with the Tamil Talaivas at one point in season 5. I think it was a star-studded team, and that team was in the danger of relegation. He won games back to back, back to back, back to back. They almost qualified. So if there's anyone who knows this situation, then it is Ajay Thakur. Also, the man is the most soft-spoken but the most combative man I have known. He will not give up. So good on the Puneri Paltan. But I tell you what, they are faced with a team that these are the remaining fixtures for the Puneri Paltan, Suren.
I mean, they take on Delhi and then
man.
they have a game against the Bulls. But take a look at the remaining 2 fixtures after that. They have the Pirates, they have the Titans. Even Tamil Talaivas, that last league game for them could be a tricky one. Is Ajay Thakur going to be the one who takes away the banana peel so that they don't slip? Only time will tell. But they're up against Delhi. And Delhi, I'm telling you, I think from the time I've been born, I have forgotten when Delhi lost their last game because they've been unbeaten all through and through. I don't remember when did they lose last?
No, they've been unbeaten in their last 9. 9 games, any team hasn't lost. That is an insane team. And the thing here is that the story of the Dabang Delhi defense is the exact opposite of the Puneri Paltan defense. In the first 8 games, the Dabang Delhi defense had an average tackle point of 8.1. In the last 8, it's gone up to 12. Their tackle strike rate in the first 8 was 37. In the last 8, it has gone up to 50. That's just incredible.
Well, they've remained unbeaten for 9 games. Let's take a look at Delhi's upcoming fixtures because Delhi also are in that playoff race. because these are the games remaining for Delhi. They play the Paltan tonight. They have Telugu Titans, Haryana Steelers, and also the Jaipur Pink Panthers. Three teams that are in a marginally better position than maybe the Bengal Warriors, who they play against, who's right now at the bottom of the table.
But remember this, Suren, Delhi need to win 3 out of their remaining 5 to ensure that they qualify. But now with their defense working and suddenly their raid department has also, sort of shifted gear, it's good times for them.
There was a weapon for Dabang Delhi KC that was in the cold storage for a bit, but it's out and they have managed to sharpen it. I'm talking of the Express, because that Express, Naveen Express, is chugging.
Absolutely. He missed a few games due to injury. He came back into the side, started off slowly, but their last 2 or 3 games, suddenly. Now this is versus the Tamil Talaivas. He had a 4-point raid here. Again, versus the UP Yodhas, versus the Gujarat Giants. He's been scoring, pardon me, I was saying scoring points, I said scoring coins. But in every single game in the last 3 that he's taken to the mat, and Ashu really must be heaving a sigh of relief, man. Now, the Naveen Express is making it count, and how? His rest.
Let's take a look at the numbers, because Naveen Express has fired, of course, and Ashu Malik always in with a Super 10. Dabang Delhi KC, take a look at that. Second half, his raid strike rate zooms from 48 to 71%. Just to put it in perspective, 2 out of 3 raids for Naveen Express are a success.
But the beautiful thing about the Naveen Express also is that despite being such a big star, he doesn't mind taking the back seat. If he's not rolling, he says, Ashu, you go and do it.
All right, listen, it's a blockbuster offering that we have for you. It's the fight for the playoffs, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go to 80. Aroi Thatte, who's at the mat.
फाइट फॉर द प्लेऑफ्स में पुणे यानी द डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस अपनी एक लड़ाई लड़ रहे, पर दिल्ली भी दूर नहीं है. दोनों ही टीम्स को खोज है जीत की, और हमें खोज थी उनके कप्तानों की, जो आ गए हमारे साथ और जुड़ गए. आशु मलिक, आकाश शिंदे, स्वागत है आप दोनों का. आशु, पिछले 5 मैचेस में दिल्ली के 3 टाई हुए. अब जब फाइट फॉर द प्लेऑफ्स आज से शुरू हो रहा है, तो सिर्फ टाई से काम नहीं चलेगा.
हाँ बिल्कुल, आज के लिए हमें जीतना बहुत ज़रूरी है. पिछले कई मैचों से एक टाई हो रहा है, एक जीत रहे हैं, लेकिन आज जीतने के लिए खेलेंगे.
देखिए, रिजल्ट्स तो चेंज करने होंगे, पर पुणे ने ऑलरेडी चेंजेस कर दिए. एक नए कोच अशोक शिंदे और एक नए असिस्टेंट कोच अजय ठाकुर ज्वाइन कर चुके हैं टीम को. तो इससे टीम पर कितना फर्क पड़ा है?
पुनेरी पल्टन ने असिस्टेंट कोच और कोच को चेंज किया है. पुनेरी पल्टन एक यंग टीम है, और अभी दोनों कोचेस का एक्सपीरियंस, तो एक नए जोश के साथ पुनेरी पल्टन दिखेगी.
अच्छा, और आप वैसे आपके होम क्राउड के सामने खेल रहे हो, तो वो भी एक एडवांटेज है टीम को.
हाँ, पूरा फैंस लोगों का पूरा सपोर्ट है, और उनको धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा मैं.
वैसे इस होम क्राउड के सामने कुछ भी सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, पर दिखाई देगा ज़रूर, क्योंकि नवीन वापस आ चुका है आशु, और जिस तरीके का कमाल वो दिखा रहे हैं पिछले कुछ मैचेस में, क्रूशियल मोमेंट्स पे टीम को आगे रख रहे हैं. आशु और नवीन की जोड़ी कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट होगी प्लेऑफ्स की इस रेस में?
इम्पोर्टेंट तो है ही. पिछले कई मैचों से नवीन भी अच्छा कर रहा है, और मैं भी अच्छा कर रहा हूँ. कई बार ऐसी सिचुएशन आती है कि नवीन मेरे को बोलता है कि अब तू रेड लगा, और कई बार मैं उसको बोलता हूँ कि अब तू मार.
क्या उनके आने से और इस फॉर्म में आने से आप पर भी प्रेशर कम हो गया?
नहीं, प्रेशर तो किसी बात का पहले भी नहीं था, और अब भी नहीं है. प्रेशर तो टीम में किसी के ऊपर है ही नहीं, सभी खुल कर खेलते हैं.
अच्छा आकाश, आप अपने होम क्राउड के साथ खेल रहे हो, सामने खेल रहे हो, तो वो मोटिवेशन तो है ही, मगर डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस का एक जो टैग है आप पर, क्या उससे ज़्यादा प्रेशर फील हो रहा है, क्योंकि अब प्लेऑफ्स की रेस में पुणे को और ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ने वाली है?
प्रेशर कुछ नहीं है. डिफेंडिंग चैंपियन का टाइटल डिफेंड करने की जिम्मेदारी है हम पे, और हम वो पूरा करके दिखाएंगे.
वेल, आप दोनों को आज के मुकाबले के लिए ऑल द बेस्ट, और एक तगड़ा मुकाबला हो जाए.
थैंक यू.
ये है आज का दूसरा मुकाबला, पर उसके पहले होने वाला है फायर ऑन द मैट. तेलुगु टाइटंस बनाम हरियाणा स्टीलर्स.
She's already said it. It's Haryana Steelers who are at the top of the table. They'll be in action in match 1. They've only gone down to 3 teams, and tonight they face off against one of them. It's time for the tricky Titans.
Runners-up of the last season, fueled by Manpreet's aggression.
Shankar Gadai gets into the action.
That is good enough though. Well done.
Oh! What a tackle!
Have you ever seen Shadlu looking that unhappy?
A 22-point win for the Titans in a script nobody saw coming.
स्वागत है आप दोनों का मैट पर।
थैंक यू।
कोच मनप्रीत, आज जिस मुकाम पर आप खड़े हैं इस लीग में, क्या जैसे प्लेऑफ्स के पास जा रहे हैं, क्या उस पहले ट्रॉफी की तलाश में सारे इमोशंस उमड़कर मैट पर आ रहे हैं?
नहीं, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है। ट्रॉफी के बारे में तो फिलहाल ना मैं सोचता हूँ ना मेरी टीम सोच रही है। जब आप खेलने आते हो तो ये 12 की 12 टीमें का होता है कि भाई हम ट्रॉफी जीत के लाएंगे, वो तो एक चीज़ है। लेकिन हम सोच रहे हैं जो मैच हमारे आगे आता है उसकी प्लानिंग करके आते हैं, मैच दर मैच जा रहे हैं। सो टीम बहुत अच्छा कर रही है और बस यही प्लानिंग है। जो आज मैच है उसकी प्लानिंग करके है, जो नेक्स्ट मैच होगा फिर उसकी करेंगे।
विजय, आपकी क्या प्लानिंग है आज के मैच के लिए? क्योंकि 2 मैचेस हारने के बाद तेलुगु टाइटंस बहुत बढ़िया जीत हासिल करके आ रही है बंगाल वॉरियर्स के खिलाफ, तो क्या कॉन्फिडेंस हाई है टीम का?
हाँ, कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्कुल हाई है और ये मैच तो हमारा गेम ऐसा है, हार जीत लगी रहती है, तो ये डजन नॉट मैटर कि मतलब हारे हैं या जीते हैं, तो हम कोशिश यही करते हैं कि जो भी नेक्स्ट मैच है उसको विन करें।
दोनों ही टीम्स काफ़ी इंटेंस मैचेस खेलते हुए आ रही है आज के मुकाबले में। कोच मनप्रीत, पिछली बार जब आप तेलुगु टाइटंस के खिलाफ खेले थे 22 पॉइंट से इस टीम ने आपको हराया था, क्या वो अभी भी चुभ रहा है कि मूव ऑन कर चुके हैं?
जैसे आज मैच है तेलुगु के साथ, जो पिछली हार थी वो जरूर मन में है कि भाई रिवेंज लेना है, अच्छा खेलना है
जी।
सो होना चाहिए। जब आप खेलने आते हैं मैदान पे तो वो स्पिरिट तो बहुत जरूरी है, तभी आप अच्छा करते हैं।
जी, वैसे बदला उनके माइंड पर है, क्या आपके माइंड पर भी है? क्योंकि आज उनके टीम में है शादलू जो उनका तुरुप का इक्का है, तो क्या आज उन्हें टारगेट करके खेलेंगे?
नहीं, टारगेट तो सभी प्लेयर को करेंगे। सभी मुझे लगता है हरियाणा में सभी प्लेयर जो डिफेंडर हैं वो बहुत बेस्ट हैं और रिवेंज तो नहीं कह सकते, हमारा गेम है, हार जीत तो एक हमारा हिस्सा है और सभी ब्रोदर हैं। अगर गेम खत्म होने के बाद तो हम सभी ब्रोदर ही हैं, लेकिन गेम के टाइम पे भूल जाते हैं।
आप दोनों को आज के मैच के लिए ऑल द बेस्ट, होप टू सी अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग मैच।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
तो आज मैट पर फटाके तो फूटेंगे, कौन फोड़ेगा और किस पे बिल फूटेगा देखते हैं।
I've decided I'm going to send Coach Manpreet a card. Don't ask me the color of that card, but take a look at this. It's not an unchanged side. No, it is an unchanged side for the Haryana Steelers. But the big question, the dangling sword that you're talking about for the Telugu Titans, no Pawan Sehrawat still in the mix for the Titans.
Yeah, that's a huge question for them. Do they bring him in? When do they bring him in? Is it going to take time for his engine to start running like it did for the Naveen Express? Now, Shankar Gadai and Ajit Pawar are playing together again. Shankar Gadai didn't do too well last game, remember. Yeah. Huge game for the Telugu Titans. A bigger game it is for them than it is for the Haryana Steelers. Correct. They will be the team under pressure. They will be the team that has to deliver. You know, we saw a number there just a while earlier. Mohammad Reza Shadlu has the slight edge over Vijay Malik. It's 7-5 in their head-to-head battle. You were saying, Suren, would you read too much into that?
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
We'll come to that because Telugu Titans, we have taken a look at the probability of all the teams in the mix as far as the playoffs are concerned. Haryana Steelers 2 wins, they could probably qualify, but along with that they have Delhi, the Giants, Pirates and Puneri Paltan. Boy, those are some tough games. Is it a bigger mountain for the Titans to climb compared to the others?
The Titans also need just 2 wins out of their 5 games left, and the way I have a feeling that Pawan Sehrawat will be in the mix sooner or later. Right. Manjeet put in a 6-point raid, yes, for the Telugu Titans the other night, but that was the one-off raid. They need Pawan Sehrawat in there, which is a longer discussion for another time.
Look, the last time these two were up against each other, we saw Shadlu, we saw Vijay Malik, and of course, it's invariable that both of them will have a showdown. But tonight, with the stakes higher for the Telugu Titans, could Shadlu be thinking of revenge on Vijay Malik?
Look, Shadlu trails slightly by 2. Vijay Malik has had the better of him 7 times. Shadlu has 5, you know. But I'll tell you what, Shadlu is so completely unpredictable that you never know when he's going to explode. So with the pressure on him, Vijay Malik, will he be trying a little harder or will they bring it down to that third do-or-die raid? Now that is the question. How do the Telugu Titans, do they manage to dictate the pace of the game is the question. If they do bring it down to the do-or-die raid, will that be playing into the hands of the Haryana Steelers? These are the questions that will be answered over the next 40 minutes once this game begins.
Big question, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fight for the playoffs and we get underway with the table toppers who will be in action against the Titans. Quick one, who's coming out on top?
Ouch! I can't predict this one. Impossible.
Neither
Impossible.
The second one, Pune and Delhi?
Dabang Delhi.
Right. He's got his money on Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Steelers up against the Titans. It's time to lay panga.
With temperatures rising and the stakes getting bigger, time's running out, and the points table is like a game of snakes and ladders. Everything gets a whole lot real tonight because the fight for the playoffs starts now. Puneri Paltan with only 2 wins in the last 10. They find themselves in a strange surrounding, unfamiliar territory for the defending champions. 8th on the points table. Win tonight and keep your fate in your own hands, but how will they do it against a team that have not lost a game in 9 matches? A determined Ashu Malik, a smiling assassin, the Naveen Express. They're ready for a proper dogfight. The Paltan against Dabang Delhi first up. And game number 1, we're bringing you the Monday blues of a different kind, a steely kind. The Haryana Steelers, they're going from strength to strength. Tonight, gonna be a titanic clash. For the Titans, they want to make it 2-2 after handing the Steelers a 22-point drubbing in round 1. They want to make it 2-2. Shadlu versus Vijay Malik. The Titans against the Steelers. We're ready to rumble on a Monday evening. New day, new week, and it's a new challenge as the fight for the playoffs begins tonight. Welcome to the Balewadi Sports Complex in Pune. Massive turnout, no surprise as the home team will be in action today. And here are the big stories. Over the last 5 seasons, the Paltan and Dabang Delhi have been absolutely at each other. 5-5 between the two of them. What about the Steelers and the Titans? 6-5 marginally in favor of the Haryana Steelers. And this, as far as the history of PKL goes, needless to say, one of the key pangas of tonight is also going to be Vijay Malik taking on Mohammad Reza Shadlu. Just in favor of Vijay Malik at the moment, but that can change tonight. It will be Vijay Malik and the boys to step out first up. Get ready.
They are on a dream run this season. Is the wait finally over? Will this be the season of Telugu Titans?
Kabaddi, 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 kabaddi.
This has been a dream run for the Telugu Titans. They've come to a place on the points table that they've never been in the past. They can go to number 2 tonight should they hand the table toppers another drubbing like they did earlier this season. No Pawan Sarawat meant that this man Vijay Malik rose to the occasion like the Phoenix. 2 wins in the last 5. It's been a roller coaster ride in recent times, but they have been impressive. Dream 11 starting 7 for the Titans.
The Titans have fallen off a little bit in their last 5 games. They have 3 losses. The trump card there, Vijay Malik, who's been phenomenal in the absence of Pawan Sarawat. Ashish Narwal has been brilliant backup for him. The big question, they make your own team. Would you have Pawan Sarawat in your Dream 11 starting 7? Now, the Haryana Steelers, no such problems. Coach Manpreet, you can see him. He loves the camera.
Cutting through the fog and emerging as favorites with their Raiders' prowess and defense of steel. Please welcome Haryana Steelers!
Just the most complete looking team this season. The hungriest team this season. Oh man. He's not bothered. He'll walk out on his own, won't he? Huge gap between him and the rest of the team there. Oh, he's a showstopper if ever there was one. He's a showman if ever there was one. Mohammad Reza Shadlu loves the limelight, seems focused. Look at that. Unbeaten in their last 5. 3 ties and 2 wins. What even is that, Navneet? The Dream 11 starting 7. One of the trump cards in defense, Mohammad Reza Shadlu. Rahul Sethpal is no mug. Remember the last time they lost to the Telugu Titans by 22? They didn't have Jaideep in the mix. He's in the mix this time around. He's captaining the Haryana Steelers. As far as their rating is concerned, Vinay and Shivam Patare both have been doing really well, except separately in different matches. If they both get going together, oh my God, make your own team. Now the player to watch out for, Vijay Malik for the Telugu Titans. The man has the biggest heart you'll see on a Kabaddi mat. The Dream 11 player to watch out for, Mohammad Reza Shadlu. He'll have his eyes fixed on the prize. His prize, Vijay Malik.
Welcome to a Monday evening. Welcome to the fight for the playoffs. It's real. And the tension quite palpable. Vijay Malik just having the better of Shadlu. Like we said, this could well change tonight.
Wouldn't read too much into that, Navneet. All right, the Haryana Steelers will be up raiding first.
Line drawn. Game on. Kabaddi.
कबड्डी 9 कबड्डी 8 कबड्डी 7 कबड्डी 6 कबड्डी 5 कबड्डी 4 कबड्डी 3 कबड्डी 2 कबड्डी 1 कबड्डी
All right, the Titans have 5 games remaining, including this one. The Haryana Steelers have lost just 1 in their last 5. They're on a phenomenal run of form. Look at that, that is so smooth. That is butter.
1 point, Haryana Steelers.
Silky smooth indeed from Vinay. Picks up Sagar Raval with a lovely looking running hand touch to get this game up and running. The fight for the playoffs. We've been building up to this for a few days now. It all gets a little more real from tonight onwards. Only 6 can make it. 6 go home. It's here where the men separate themselves from the boys. Vijay Malik will want to separate the Titans from the rest of the pack.
30 out.
An opportunity to go to number 2, Bridge. When was the last time you saw Titans in number 2 on a points table?
Phenomenal story the Telugu Titans have been. They've been the underdogs all season, especially without Pawan Sehrawat. For them to find themselves in this position, and yet, Navneet, there will be a certain amount of pressure on 2 counts. One, that they could get to number 2 on the points table. I mean, that's seriously stress-inducing. We could make it. We can't lose. We have to get there. And second, that including this one, oh, that's 2 points there to Vinay. Oh, he's got on off to a phenomenal start. The second thing, the Telugu Titans have 5 remaining, including this one. They need at least 2 wins to ensure that they qualify. Huge pressure. More pressure on them than on the Haryana Steelers.
The last time these 2 teams played, the Titans beat the Steelers by 22 points. When did that happen, Rich? Was that in 1955, was it?
No, that was a bad dream for the Haryana Steelers and for Coach Manpreet. I'll tell you what, not only will he want his team to win this one, he'll want to avenge their earlier loss. Look at Shadlu. I mean, the mat may as well be a swimming pool for him.
The way he just crouches in that left corner like the Black Panther.
Scary.
But you're right, it feels like a lifetime ago the last time these two teams met, because it's a different looking Steelers ever since that defeat at the hands of the Titans.
Now look at what the smart thing the smart thing that Vinay is doing here. He already has 2 bonus points in 3 raids. Forget the touch. Let's just keep the do-or-die raid as far away from us as possible. Ashish Narwal looks for a bonus point here. So far, it doesn't look like any of them are playing to that 3rd raid, that do-or-die raid. Oh, huge one! Huge one! Is this a super raid? An HP Gen 6 super raid?
2 points.
Couple of them are
Telugu
going
Titans,
off. Sanjay and
number 15 and 5
Jaydeep.
out.
He's gotten both the covers. Now take a look at this now. Look at that. He just goes through, maneuvers to the left. Excellent from Ashish Narwal. Off to a quick start this game. 7 points already.
You know, in fact, in our pre-game show, KBD Live, Suren and I were asking each other whether the Telugu Titans might want to take this game down to the 3rd raid, to play to the do-or-die raid. And if they do that, again, another bonus for Vinay. Brilliant. Would that be playing into the hands of the Haryana Steelers? But it looks like these Raiders are consistently going at each other. We haven't had a single tackle yet. We're 4.5 minutes into the game.
It's the one empty raid in about 4 minutes. Yeah, they're really having a go. The Steelers want to consolidate their spot at the top of the table. The Titans want to go to number 2. The stakes are bigger than ever before. Rahul Saithpal, is that an error?
Hang on, that does look like the first successful tackle of the first half being celebrated by Shriram Finance, but there's some confabulations going on the mat. Is it 1 point each? Oh, Rahul Saithpal, was he off the mat at some point?
1 point each.
Yeah, there you go. That was the first successful tackle. I'm trying to figure out at what point did Rahul Saithpal go out of bounds. Well, we've already spoken about this enough, but for me, that's a rule that needs a relook. Like, at no point did it look like he was out of bounds there.
The rule is that if the defender's body is not in contact with the mat at all times, the defender is deemed out of bounds. But we should also, we need to take a look at whether he's in control or not.
And in this case, Bridge, his entire body is inside the playing area.
Except it's not in contact.
And, well, technically, that should be the case even when you're right in the middle of the mat as well. But, yeah, that's definitely one that needs a change for sure, because that was really harsh on Rahul Saithpal. It's not going to be second time lucky. Ashish Narwal did it the first time. Manji trying to replicate that. Will go to the bench instead.
We've seen quite a bit of that move from various teams this season, from various Raiders, to look for the hole in a part of the defense and run across. And there are quite a few who pulled it off, and every single time they have, it's looked really, really beautiful. In any event, the Haryana Steelers have a 3-point lead at this point. Shivam Patare, his first raid off the game, and he overbalances, runs into the lobby. The Telugu Titans draw closer to the Steelers.
He's been a busy raider in recent times, Shivam Patare. Doesn't get anything there. Just goes into the lobby. Now 1 versus 5. Interesting start. Started off in like 4th gear here this game. Manpreet Singh likes revenge. And he was clear that he wanted revenge on that 22-point loss.
Yeah, Vikul Lamba took it for him. Vikul was sent off to the bench just a while ago. Comes back in. Ashish Narwal runs into Vikul. You know, the thing is with Shadlu lurking on that left corner, threatening all the time. They love it, don't they? Threatening all the time. It's extremely difficult to raid in a 5-man defense versus the Haryana Steelers. Now, Vijay Malik And left in. Oh, that's a quick one. He went early, did
Red
Ankit.
out. 1 point. Telugu Titans.
It's also the first tackle point for the Telugu Titans tonight, and they get the informed winner. Look at that. Ankit swooped in on his pay, and he wasn't coming out of that for sure.
Then I was still thinking there, doing some mental maths. Shadlu, I can tell you, is itching to get into this game right now. Now remember, Manjeet, you remember his 6-point raid, Navneet, versus the UP Yoddhas?
For starters, I'm glad that he's back on the Kabaddi mat. It looked like a pretty ugly fall. But yeah, it's a raid that you'll not forget. Now, if you're wondering why the loud roar, we're not in Haryana. It isn't a home game for the Steelers. But one of Kabaddi's favorite sons, adopted sons. An Iranian who gets hundreds of Indians off their seats. How about that?
Also, season previous, he was with the Puneri Paltan. He did take them to the trophy. The Balewadi Sports Complex loves him regardless of who he's playing for.
Yeah, they're showing that love again. Why not? Isn't that wonderful to see? A massive roar at the Balewadi as they see Shadlu in action once again. And he's a beast when it comes to raiding. You were mentioning, reminds you of Sandeep Narwal. Oh, the Steelers are taking tonight.
We were telling you, Shadlu was itching to get into the thick of it. He's the one who pulled the left in with him and then said, you do the rest. There, he's out of it. All right, guys, clean up. Clean up at table 7, please.
Rahul Sethpal will get that point. He's the one who made first contact. He's picked up a couple of points tonight already. 3-point lead for the Steelers. And 2 of their 3 raiders on the bench right now for the Titans. Vijay Malik still on the mat. Now Shivam Patare. Oh, he's quick! He's often in stealth mode. Too tough for Ajit Pawar.
1 point.
You know, the
Haryana
Telugu
Steelers.
Titans have been
Number
hoping
12
for
out.
that Ajit Pawar-Shankar Gadai combination to work for them ever since that game against Mumbai where they stopped Ajit Chauhan. But it's not been the same with them. It's either been Shankar Gadai or Ajit Pawar who've been making errors in isolation. But the question that has to be asked here, now that there's 2 raiders for the Telugu Titans on the bench, Vijay Malik in raid now. Now he has a sword dangling over his head. Does he push in? Does he push in? Does he play it safe? Does he come back with an empty raid? Here's where things start to get tricky for the Telugu Titans, and there's not a single raider left now. Therefore, Navneet, my question is, should Pawan Sehrawat be back?
Well, I think he should. If he's fit, he should be on the mat. Look at Shadlu, the intent. And at the point at which he pulls the trigger and makes the run at Vijay Malik, so important. A fraction too late, you'll pay the price. A fraction too early, you could overrun the raider. So important timing when it comes to defense. And Shankar Gadai got it completely wrong on that occasion.
Now, how well are both Vinay and Shivam Patare moving? They're like ballerinas on that mat now. 10 minutes gone in this first half. Minute and a half, 90 seconds of a timeout. The Telugu Titans behind by 6. See you on the other side of 90. The Haryana Steelers leading by 6 points in the first 10 minutes of the game. Now this is tomorrow. The Gujarat Giants with a job to do. Guman will be gunning to get his team into the top 6. They will be looking for a place in the playoffs, as will the Jaipur Pink Panthers. It's not going to be easy for the Gujarat Giants, not by any stretch of the imagination. That will be game number 1. Game number 2, the Bengal Warriors go up against the Bengaluru Bulls. The Bengal Warriors in a better position to make it to the top 6. Who is the popular? What is the popular nickname of Pawan Sehrawat? A, the high flyer, or B, the showstopper? Give us the correct answer on glance.com and go to Melbourne.
Let's go.
You can't, Navneet. You can't answer this, Navneet.
I ain't answering
That's
that.
a conflict of interest. Let's go, Mane. No one's taking you, Navneet. Vinay, look at this. He has 5 raid points already on the night from 6 raids. Navneet and I were just talking before we went into that strategic timeout. He's been moving incredibly well this evening.
Yeah, silky smooth. I like how confident he is. This conviction in his movement.
Yeah,
Looks very decisive.
Yeah, talk about peaking at the right time, man.
And he and Shivam Patari have complemented each other so well. One of those stories, really, of the season. Just look at how, speak about conviction, look at the Steelers in defense. There is proper conviction. They ain't second guessing themselves. Now wait, why is Shadlu staring at the ref?
I think because he gave Praful Zawari a bonus, and then he said just blow the whistle and can we get this over with.
Number 2 out.
The first all out of the game
Telugu
inflicted
Titans.
by the Haryana Steelers upon the Telugu Titans. The Haryana Steelers are leading by 10 points.
Like we said, going to recap what Manpreet said in the interview prior to the start of this game.
10 and 22 out.
Revenge is most
4 and
certainly on
17.
our minds after what the Titans did to us. Now, obviously, losing by 22 points did hit the Steelers. And one thing you do know about Manpreet Singh, after what you saw in the last game in particular, is the man doesn't like to lose. And he's up for a dogfight. He's up for a big challenge. He's up for revenge.
Red out.
And the Telugu Titans are just being swept off the mat at this point by the Steelers' defense. The Steelers already have 7 points in defense, while the Titans have just 1. Navneet.
Incredible. Rahul Setpal, Jaydeep, Shadlu, Sanjay, Vikul Lamba, every one of them picking up points. And Vinay is making raiding look ridiculously easy. Picking up points for fun. Not often that 12 minutes into a game, a team has notched up 17 points. It's a reason why they are the team to beat. They're just going from strength to strength. And they're really dominant.
You can just see them having come out, especially after that game against the Patna Pirates, which was acrimonious to say the least. Their focus, their will, their steel. Look at that! That is incredible! Ashish Narwal had no space, no time to move. Shadlu was on him in a flash. Dear ankle, you're out of here.
You don't come close to me, brother. Oh boy, does he mean business. Oh, Shivam Patari. Cheeky little toe touch on Krishandul. Found him on the wrong foot.
1 point.
Easy pickings. He gets a pat on the back from the skipper.
And how demoralizing must this be for the Telugu Titans? At this point, they're staring at a 13-point lead. Unless a special Manjeet-like raid, a 6-pointer which he put in against the UP Yodhas comes in, this is going to be very, very tough for them. And I have a feeling with what we've seen on the mat today. Look at Shad. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, that is cheeky.
Oh boy, he's just taunting the Titans. This is Shadlu at his very best. He's one of the great characters of the game.
He showed the defense his back as he walked to the midline. Who does that?
Look at him pacing up and down by the midline, with his head held high, staring at the screen. Oh man, the swagger that this man has.
You think he's looking at himself on the screen?
He probably is. He's a showman. He loves the spotlight. Praful Zawari now in raid. Look at Shadlu! Look at Shadlu! The ferocity of the Iranian!
Haryana Steelers.
He almost decapitated Praful Zawari.
Oh, that hurts to look at. Go home, boy. Unbelievable. Shadlu already has 3 tackle points on the night. This is a rough super tackle opportunity. Shivam Patare in raid. The Telugu Titans are now trailing by 15 points.
This is just ridiculous, Rich.
Haryana Steelers.
They've started in overdrive. The Haryana Steelers are hitting big.
Telugu Titans.
They are decimating the
Number
Titans.
12 out.
You know, I have a
77 in.
feeling with what we've seen on the mat this evening. Apropos our chat about Pawan Sehrawat, that we will be seeing Pawan Sehrawat sooner than we may think.
100%. If he's fit, I'd love to just see him by the sidelines, even if he's on the bench. Spend maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes on the mat. You don't want to spend an entire 40 minutes coming out of an injury. Do what the Naveen Express is doing for Dabang Delhi KC. Warm him up and bring him into the thick of things sooner rather than later. Shadlu, you were out of bounds, my man. Oh, there you go. This time, Sagar will say you're not coming back. Now, Jaydeep is saying, listen, we want to review this.
They're combative, aren't they, the Steelers? I mean, they're winning. But they're not letting it go. It looked like Shadlu was out there. He was out of bounds. He was pushed out. Then he was.
I don't think he was out when the refs did call it out, and that's why he was a bit upset. But eventually he was obviously lifted out of the playing area.
All right, they're starting the raid again.
Now 1 versus 2. Shadlu likes this. He fancies himself when there are less number of defenders. Lots of space to work with. Oh, he's acrobatic, he's athletic, and the boy has got plenty of style and swag.
Haryana Steelers.
Scary raider, man. Look how little time it took him to push both of them to the same side of the mat. The defense had no chance there, neither of them. Anyway, once again, last man standing. The Telugu Titans on the verge of a second all-out in the first half itself. The Haryana Steelers leading by 15. Sagar raiding for the Telugu Titans, and that's it. It's all over. Rahul Sethpal waiting in exactly the right place for Sagar. That's another 3 points. The Haryana Steelers are leading by 18, and we still have 3 minutes and a bit to go in the first half of the game. I mean, we are speechless here in the box. This is carnage.
12 in.
This is just ridiculous. Well, we thought the Steelers have outdone themselves, and we've possibly seen the best of them. No, we haven't. Tonight, they've just taken it to a whole different level. Something for Ankit and the Titans to salvage here in the dying minutes of the first half.
Telugu Titans.
This is incredible. Now Vijay Malik has to pull something special out of his hat here. The bonus is on. Look at how high both Rahul Sethpal and Shadlu are playing. They have the 3rd most combination tackles this season. 30 points between them when it comes to combination tackles. They're making it extremely difficult for Vijay Malik because both the corners are playing high, both the chains. Shadlu, I mean, what is he even doing today? He's saying, I dare you, man. I dare you tonight. They want revenge for that 22-point loss.
How does he move so quickly on 4 limbs? It's ridiculous. Like a spider.
I saw Shivam Patare. He looks like he has another bonus here. They're playing it so smart. They're saying, forget the touch points. Let's just deal in bonuses, man.
Nobody saw this coming, Bridge. Nobody did. The Steelers just come out all guns blazing. Ridiculous that they picked up 26 points in the first half alone.
Unbelievable. Now tonight, look, both Rahul Setpal and Shadlu, they have 3 points each. That's 6. And 3 others, one to Vikul Lamba, one to Sanjay, one to Jaydeep. 9 tackle points on the night. Finally, does Ashish Narwal have something here? Does he have Sanjay?
1 point, Telugu Titans.
He does.
Number 15 out.
Excellent. Needed him to really stretch out for that one. Excellent forward lunge off his right foot with the extension of the right arm. Great technique there.
You know, a team like the Haryana Steelers still just seems like a team that can pummel an opposition into mental submission, man. Oh, I think he has to. He has to.
He has Ajit Pawar. He has Ashish Narwal. It's going
Haryana
all
Steelers.
too
Jersey
wrong
number
for the
81
Telugu
and
Titans.
12 out.
It just look quiet. They look shell-shocked and they have no idea what's hit them. It's all happened too quickly.
Not only are they getting the bonus points, but they're faking bonuses, the Haryana Steelers Raiders, and getting touch points. Phenomenal planning by Manpreet Singh and the team this evening.
An unreal passage of play for the Haryana Steelers. 20 minutes
Half
in.
time, change the code.
They've just brought the roof down. 28 points. Absolute aggression. The table toppers reminding the world why they're here to stay.
You know, that stadium, that Balewadi Sports Complex in Pune, that was screaming when the game began, has suddenly gone completely silent. Everyone is shell-shocked by this Haryana Steelers performance. Shivam Patare, 7 raid points on the night. Vinay has 5. Rahul and Mohammad Reza Shadlu have 3 points in tackle each. Now look at it. How simply does he get this bonus? He's been brilliant with the bonuses today. He saw the extension, and then that's not enough. He's greedier, so he comes in. Look, I agree. I mean, Sagar was dangling himself there, but to have that awareness to come back and get that running hand touch on cover, phenomenal, man.
We've seen many comebacks in the game of Kabaddi. It'll need something quite miraculous and special from the Titans to come back from this hammering in the first half. They were good in the first 10. Look at what they did in the second 10.
13 points more than the Titans, and the Titans haven't been mugs. They've had a phenomenal season, their best ever. How do the Titans come back? Can they come back? Can they find it within themselves? It's going to be a battle of wills in the second half. See you on the other side.
ऐसे जाएंगे ऊपर, ऐसे आएंगे नीचे. Let's go. 3, 2,
This is the fight for the playoffs. It's all on the line. The Jaipur Pink Panthers, Yo Mumbai, the oldest rivalry in the game. The Telugu Titans, Dabang Delhi KC, well in the hunt for the playoffs. The UP Yodhas. They're all gonna be in action. All the super clashes over the next 3 days. The Giants and the Panthers, Yo Mumbai versus the Talaivas, Dabang Delhi versus the Titans, and the Yodhas against the Bengal Warriors. Basically, it's a week full of interesting clashes as the fight for the playoffs is here. And halfway into this game, if you're just tuning in, turning on your television or opening your mobile phone and switching into PKL, you've missed a bit of action. Dream 11 top picks, Shadlu 93%, no surprise. He's been rock solid in the first half. 28 points that the Steelers have stolen in the first half.
You know, if you add the two numerals in the Haryana Steelers score, the Telugu Titans haven't even reached that. 2 + 8 is 10. The Telugu Titans are at 9. They're in single digits yet. And that defense, now even Sanjay is staying away from Vijay Malik. No one's going anywhere close to Shadlu. Vijay Malik does. He has a hand on Shadlu. Is this the beginning of a Telugu Titans comeback? Yes, 2 points here. Well done, Vijay Malik.
Keep Shadlu off the bench. Yeah, the longer he stains off the mat, you're doing well for yourself. Skipper needs to switch through the gears now. Vijay Malik, here's one. Raider who has switched through the gears. He's quick, Fridge. Look at how quick that bonus was.
And you know, he's been looking for the bonus in different places through the first half, and now he's finding holes in different areas. He's exposing the Telugu Titans defense tonight. The Telugu Titans are playing behind the bonus line. The Haryana Steelers Raiders have scared them off. Navneet.
And also, just tell me, wasn't it Vinay who was super smooth in the first half, picked up all those points? When in the world did Shivam Patare move to 8 points?
Exactly, he's outstripped Vinay. So this is one of those few games where both the Raiders for the Haryana Steelers have been working in tandem.
And you add the 4 defenders who are working in tandem. They're relentless at the moment. They're just coming at you one by one by one. Ruthless aggression from the table toppers.
Manpreet still whispering words into Shadlu's ears, and Shadlu just basically shaking his head and saying, yes, look at that, look at that. You look at that bonus from Shivam Patare. This is in a completely different area that he had the bonus in the last time around. It was towards the left of the mat. This time it's the right of the mat. And this one step, 2 step in. The last time around was run in, out.
He's quick. One of the quickest Raiders there is in the game. Gets the bonus, moves to 9 on the verge of a Super 10. Yeah, there you go. But what is it with Manpreet Singh, Bridge? You've obviously seen him for a long, long time over these 11 seasons. We'll come back to that. Holy moly. They're hitting on both sides of the mat. First successful tackle of the second half, celebrated by Sriram Finance. The Titans don't have an answer.
Man, they just seem completely demoralized today, don't they, the Titans? I mean, you know, this sort of a game so far can do that to you. As far as Manpreet Singh, you were asking me...
my question was, what's gotten into Manpreet Singh? Well, we know he's an animated character. We saw the best of that in the last game. I wonder what he's told the boys today. Is it the defeat to the Titans earlier this season? Or is it the loss in the finals of last season that's really hurting them? And it's pretty simple. Manpreet Singh has his eyes on the prize this season.
All right, to the right of your screens, a legend who's been given an onerous responsibility, that of salvaging the Puneri Paltan campaign. The new assistant coach of the Puneri Paltans, Vijay Malik, meanwhile, fighting a lone battle for the Telugu Titans, taking care of Shadlu a second time in succession. Looks for Rahul Setpal. Shadlu takes the bait. Vijay Malik is ready for him. You know the first thing about Manpreet Singh, Navneet? He loves the game like a child. He idolizes the game. He breathes, sleeps, eats and drinks the game. Second, It's losing, man. It's personal for him. Third, I'm telling you, between seasons, he's seen only one dream. The season 11 trophy. Fourth, all his teams have been severely defense-heavy teams, as is this one. Except this time around, look, he's stuck with Vinay and Shivam Patare for a while. Nobody expected Shivam and Vinay Patare to perform the way they have this season. Let me put things into perspective. As a player, look at that, man. How do you stop him? Shivam Patare.
1 point. Haryana Steelers.
They're absolutely toying with the Titans at the moment. Krishan Dhul's turn to visit the bench now. Continue, Bridge.
As a player, he was with the Patna Pirates, and yes, he did win the trophy. As coach, he's played how many, Navneet? He's played how many finals?
3 finals.
And he's lost how many?
3 finals.
There you go.
Man. And we've read and learned a lot about these stories, haven't we? Former players never really got their hands on a trophy as a player, and that's why the dream to get their hands on that cup as a coach becomes that much bigger.
Yeah, but he's gotten it as a player. He wants us as coach also. He wants to keep the trophy in his house, always, forever. Himself, his team, his players. And I'm telling you, he's like a father figure, like an elder brother to all of them. Also, he's one of the younger coaches, remember. Now, the Haryana Steelers, with this win, they just need one more tie to ensure that they've qualified.
You're basically concluding that they're winning this game.
Number 7.
There's a
15
20-point
minutes.
difference. There's
That is
15
just-
minutes.
No jersey
20
pulling, please.
points, Navneet.
20 points.
Yes.
It's
this-
unreal that a team has a 20-point lead 26 minutes into a game with 14 minutes left.
But look, the sport does have a very funny way of shocking us and surprising us. So anything is possible. I'm saying you and I could be caught napping here in the box.
Look at Shadlu. Always keep an eye on Shadlu. That is brilliant. Well done, Ashish Narwal. If there ever is a weak link in the Steelers lineup, is it the right cover? Sanjay once again falls prey to a lunging hand touch.
Sanjay falls prey to a lunging hand touch. I haven't said as that for a minute. But that's how 4, 5 and 6 will look if it stays as it is. The Telugu Titans, the problem is you look at their score difference. They are the only team in the top 10 at least with a score difference in negative, and that's a huge negative. And this game, the thing for the Telugu Titans is they need to start winning, and they need to start winning big. But here it's the complete opposite. They are losing big.
Shivam Patare has helped himself to a Super 10 already in just 12 raids. Vinay has 5. He got pretty much all of those 5 in the first 5 minutes. He's been quiet ever since. It's been all Shivam Patare.
But tell me something, Navneet. Doesn't it just look like the Telugu Titans in the last few games have lost their way, like they've run out of ideas, if not steam? Finally!
1 point.
Shadlu lunges at Ashish Narwal. Shadlu off to the bench. My question, Navneet, is, doesn't it look like they've run out of ideas?
They look a little clueless at the moment because, truth be told, when a team comes and hits that hard at you, what do? They've just been taken by surprise. Nobody saw the Steelers coming out in overdrive. You often see a team go through the ranks, second gear, third, fourth, and they really turn it on towards the end of the second half. Not the case with the Haryana Steelers. They started in 5th gear, they're now in probably 8th gear.
Number 12 out.
Man, Shivam Patare, this is his 11th point on the night. He's already hit his Super 10. There's still 12 minutes to go. Manpreet is still screaming. What more does he want them to do, Navneet? I mean, that's a tough taskmaster if I've ever seen one. Also, if you've seen the passion with which Navneet has been approaching the business end of the league, you will realize how serious and how intense this team is. They want to be at 1 on the points table. They want to be eventual winners. My question to you, Navneet, is, especially keeping this game in mind, do you think they might be peaking too early?
Wasn't this the conversation we were having about Puneri Paltan last season?
Yeah.
Because, truth be told, I don't think there was a peak for Puneri Paltan. They performed at that level all through the season, went on to doing exactly the same in the final.
Number 7 out.
Yes, please come. No touch point. Okay. TV umpire.
Haryana Steelers challenge, no touch. Our decision, 1 touch point. Please review.
The Steelers are confident that there wasn't a touch. And Ashish Narwal and the Titans think so. Otherwise, there you go. That's a touch on the chest, Rich.
Yeah. And that just...
Yeah,
sure.
but coming back, peaking too early. I don't think they're peaking at the moment. They've been at this level for a while now. And they've been consistently performing the way they have been doing over the last few games. And so for me, it's a similar story to what Puneri Paltan did last season. And for me, the biggest surprise in this Steelers' performance this season has been Shivam Patare and Vinay. We always expected them to do well in defense. You know, Manpreet, like you said, has a strong defensive unit always. But there are 3 headlines for me this season. Devang Dalal and what he's done with the Patna Pirates for me is number 1. The rise of Ashish Narwal and Vijay Malik in the absence of a Pawan Sehrawat and the story of the Telugu Titans is number 2. And for me, Shivam Patare and Vinay's outstanding performance in raid
Review
is the 3rd
unsuccessful.
headline.
Number 7 out, 1 point. Telugu
There you go,
Titans.
he's cleaned
Captain,
out.
no
So for
more
me,
review.
they're not
Last
peaking.
evening you were saying Gagan Gowda. Where Gagan Gowda went now?
Gagan Gowda is more a recent phenomenon for the UP Yoddhas.
True.
Look at that. Look at how he's chilling on the bench. It's as if he's sitting in the park.
Chilling like a villain.
Oh, he's got style. Really is. Oh, he's one of the great characters.
Look at where he looked for the bonus now. In the absolute right corner. He's finding gaps on the mat that even the Telugu Titans don't know they've left open. You know, you're absolutely right when you speak of Vinay and Shivam Patare. I'm not sure if even Manpreet knew that they would come out like this.
Oh, this is the best version we've seen of Shivam Patare and Vinay. They've been around. It is in the first season for both of them. They're not debutants. Oh my goodness, they're toying with the Titans. They're making the Titans look really ordinary. And just a reminder to our viewers that if the Titans win this game, they'll go to number 2. So it's a team that's done well this season. But look at what the table toppers are doing to them. Absolute madness from the Steelers. Stay tuned for the final 10.
अरे लाए पुन बोले तो कान खोल के सुन नहीं करने का लफड़ा नहीं करने का मच नहीं करने का लफड़ा नहीं करने का सुबह सुबह धूप में भजिया नहीं तलने का हटा सावन की घटा रे हटा सावन की घटा जरा थोपड़े का कंडल जला चल हवा आने दे
All right, back from the strategic timeout. After this, the home team under pressure take up a team in form. The Puneri Paltan coming in with a new assistant coach. Can Ajay Thakur lead them to victory this evening? Not long to go now. The Puneri Paltan versus Dabang Delhi. Akash Shinde versus the Naveen Express. Dabang Delhi limbering up there. Their defense has been running hot in the last few games. It's the exact opposite for the defense of the Puneri Paltan. They've fallen off in recent times. The Dream 11 starting 7, Navneet.
I like the fact that the Paltan have gone with exactly the same combination as the previous game. I know they ended up on the wrong side, but I like the consistency, no chopping and changing. For Delhi, Naveen, Ashu, and Ashish, their third raider all-rounder. Gaurav, Sandeep, Yogesh and Ashish Malik. No real surprises. The only question would have been whether Gaurav Khatri would have got a chance in the starting 7. I'm happy that they are sticking with him. He's had a bit of a slump in recent times, but remember, it's Gaurav Khatri that put them on the scoreboard early on this season. He was in great touch. And so maybe they're hoping that he'll get a little bit of that back. At the moment here, 19-point lead for the Steelers. All is well in the camp of the table toppers.
You know, they haven't even needed a third pure raider. Because whenever Vinay and Shivam Patare say, listen, we're a little tired, Kardar, Shadlu puts his hand up and says, no, you sit back.
The thing with Shadlu is they don't even need to be tired. He's happy to go in even when they're at the peak of their powers.
Now Vinay gets a bonus point. See what they're doing here. Shadlu sometimes even goes into raid when they are going in. He says, you wait, I'm going.
Yeah, we can just keep going on and on and on about Mohammad Reza Shadlu. No way. This can't be happening.
Red out.
Very rarely does a team make the Titans look this ordinary. This season particularly.
Now a substitute comes in. And on his first tackle, gets a tackle point, Hardeep. Manpreet is doing this for fun.
And look who's on raid, Reg, your main man.
He just came in off the bench. He wasn't on the mat on the previous raid. I think he's just come in to intimidate them.
Guess what? He can come in and go back with an empty rail. I didn't know he had that in his arsenal, to go back empty-handed.
Saying, let me just warm up a bit.
Oh my goodness gracious. Sanjay getting into the act.
Red out.
He was tagged a few times in the first half, but Sanjay is enjoying himself. He's smiling.
Shadlu, I think, was telling Sanjay that, what did you do? Can you do that again? Show me.
Green card. Jersey number 15. Haryana Steelers. Port jersey pulling.
Look, I told you, you'll get a green card there.
Oh, they're having fun. It isn't even as if they're really putting out an intense show there. No, they're just having fun. But it will be intense in the next game, though, when the Paltan take to the mat against Dabang Delhi KC. The Paltan have their fate in their own hands. Win, and all will be well. Pretty simple for the defending champions.
Yeah, you're right, you know, when you say that. It doesn't even look like they're trying. They haven't even broken a sweat there.
1 point.
And
Haryana
the
Steelers.
Telugu Titans defense has no option but to lunge for those tackles closer to the midline. Now Shankar Gada is on raid.
They can do with anything right now, the Telugu Titans. They're just running out of options. They're running out of personnel. This looks like a practice session for the Haryana Steelers. I'll be honest, it's like a morning practice session when they're getting their bodies warmed up. They're just having a jolly good time in the festive season. It's the holiday season after all, and the Steelers are enjoying what looks like a holiday to them.
Telugu Titans.
Remember
Jersey number 7 out.
There's
9
another
in.
substitution for the Telugu Titans. Sagar Raval is going out. And Praful Zavare has come in. They need a point from somewhere to the Telugu Titans. They're not going to walk out of this game with even a single point, Navneet, and that is very, very bad news for them. You know, they might be regretting not having Pawan Sehrawat on the mat if he is fit.
And I think this match and this performance is going to make them think, if Pawan's fit, he'll need to be back in this setup. Just the fact that there is Pawan on the mat psychologically means so much of a difference for the Titans and even for the opposition. Do or die raid here. And it's Praful Zavare. Well, they've tried many raiders. Nobody's had an answer. Shadlu!
Telugu Titans. Number 8 out.
Visits the bench once again. A bit unhappy. But excellent athleticism from Praful Zavare. Great running hand touch on the Iranian.
What I did.
Just under 6 to go. The Haryana Steelers on a do-or-die raid here. There's no die raids for the Steelers Raiders. It's just 2 raids tonight. Vinay is on his 7th rate point of the night. The Haryana Steelers lost the last game they played against the Telugu Titans by 22.
Substitution.
The lead
Haryana
right
Steelers.
now to the Steelers, Navneet, is 23.
With 5 minutes left, this is an assault.
Wait. Done. Jersey number 1 out.
Now 3 changes. Now
17
look at the
in.
changes now.
3 out.
Shivam
22
Patari
in.
goes out.
4
Vinay
out.
goes out.
10 in.
Sanjay goes out. And a jolly good time for the substitutes of the Steelers, because they're going to get some time under the sun with 5 minutes left. And a good one, in my opinion. You always want to give your bench some time on the mat under the floodlights. This is it, because of the lead they have at the moment.
Yeah, Sanskar Mishra comes in, Vishal Tate comes in, Jay Surya comes in. The Telugu Titans, the only game that they might think is easy is versus the Gujarat Giants in their next 3. They're playing the Pirates, they're playing Dabang Delhi. That's not going to be easy at all, man.
You say the Giants might be easy. Just a reminder. Just a reminder. Or maybe it's actually a good time to remind my friend
I
Vijay
don't want to
Shirji.
remember.
Is that who did the Giants beat in their last game? I wonder who.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. It's times like this that you regret bringing up the Bulls in certain conversations, my man.
They beat the Bulls, didn't they?
They beat you, Mumbai. FYI.
1 point.
Right now, the Haryana Steelers look like they could beat the half of the United States of America if half the country was playing Kabaddi.
There he is, Ajay Thakur. A proper legend of the game, now wearing the Puneri Paltan jersey, assistant coach, roped in. News hot off the press, and he's now tasked for bringing the defending champions back into the top 6.
Right, to rub salt into a wound, to add insult to injury, Manpreet Singh brings Vishal Tate in. He subs him in. Vishal Tate on his first raid gets a point.
If you were at the venue today, chances are that Manpreet wouldn't mind sending you into raid as well.
I might get a point tonight. The way the Haryana Steelers are going, that jersey, that colour is doing something to the players tonight. This is incredible from the Haryana Steelers.
Raw super tackle opportunity, Sanskar Mishra. He's a tall raider. Makes them look pretty easy. It's been that kind of night.
1 point. Haryana Steelers.
No,
number
Navneet,
7
you remember
out.
last season we were waxing eloquent about Vishal Tate and how good he was for the Haryana Steelers. Remember? And it's, surprising they hadn't really needed him. He's a really good raider. Didn't he have a ponytail the last time around? Or maybe not. But the fact remains that he's a really good raider and they haven't needed him in the starting 7.
Vijay Malik here. 4 points only tonight. It's been quiet. You can't fault them. It's just been quiet for the entire Titan setup. They've just been assaulted tonight. This is a proper comeback. Speak about revenge.
1 point.
After suffering a loss by 22 points. This is one way to come back. Beat that team by a margin in excess of 22. Why not? The coach got his suit on today.
Well, he and Manpreet have some history, but he really hasn't had a chance to show his suit off. Vijay Malik, shoulders drooping. The face says it all. Finally, the Telugu Titans show us some fight. Hold on to him. Sanskar Mishra is tall. He's strong, but he can't get away from 2 raiders there. It's Vijay Malik and Ashish Narwal. Vijay Malik taps out finally. I'm under the both of you all.
A public service announcement here. Manpreet Singh can smile as well. Oh man, after what we've seen in the last game, this match is a warm-up session, a practice session for Manpreet Singh. He's enjoying this. He may have conceded a point there, but he doesn't really mind that at all. Oh, Shadlu!
Ashish Narwal just did a Shadlu on Shadlu.
Now even Shadlu is smiling. They know they have the game in the bag. They're just enjoying themselves on the mat. It's okay, they don't mind conceding the odd point or two. They've been in ridiculous form this evening. There's your man, Vishal Tate.
Number
Did you see
77.
that speed?
77
And did
2.
you see the angle he worked out on his escape? Right, the Haryana Steelers go up versus Navneet's team on the 11th of December.
Yeah, I wonder if you had a quick
The presence of mind there during the escape to keep his left hand on the mat while crossing the midline with his right.
2 point. Haryana Steelers.
2 more
Number
points to the
77 and 2
Steelers.
out.
You get the sense that this game's going to end with a win for the Steelers by 22 points. It will be pretty fitting.
TV umpire, Telugu Titan challenge, Raider out. Our decision, Raider saved 2 points. Please review.
The Titans are going to lose this review. I thought you were about to stop when you said you get a sense that this game is going to end in a win for the Haryana Steelers. Glad you qualified it by 22.
There you go. Is he going to be deemed out because he's in the air and has no contact? No, at that point he does.
For the Raider, the rule applies when his hand crosses the midline.
So, no, that's the thing. So there is there a moment where he's completely in the air and he does not have contact with the mat?
Question is, did his hand go through or did it come around?
Yes. Okay, thank you. Review unsuccessful. Raider saved 2 points. Haryana Steelers, number 77 and 2 out. Captain, no more reviews.
See what I'm saying?
I'm not too sure I saw.
Substitutions, Haryana Steelers.
When he came back down, his left hand was
Number
on
10
the
out.
mat, his
4
right
in.
hand went through the line. Therefore, some part of his body was in
Time out.
contact with
Haryana
the mat when he went through the line. Therefore, he's safe.
That probably makes it a little easier to interpret that what is an otherwise tricky rule. Like we said, the fight for the playoffs is well and truly on, the tension quite palpable, and it's getting pretty intense here. Puneri Paltan and Dabang Delhi KC, they will be on the mat in a few minutes from now. All to play for. A new captain, a new coach, a new assistant coach. The defending champions have had a few changes in recent times. Dabang Delhi are as solid as they've ever been, the Season 8 champions. An unbeaten 9-match streak, the best by any team this season. To make matters worse for the opposition, the smiling assassin, the Naveen Express, is looking good.
Meanwhile, nothing's looking good for the Telugu Titans here. They're trailing by 23. The Haryana, look at that score difference, plus 100. That is incredible.
This just reminds me of Puneri Paltan from last season. They were out and out.
Bonus point,
The
Telugu
team to
Titans.
beat last season. The Steelers have been that team this season. Look at that now. Vishal Tate, your man. He has 2 on the mat. Vijay Malik is as low as he can be. Ashish Narwal is there. The 2 Raiders hoping to defend in a rock super tackle opportunity. A story
1 point.
that
Haryana
pretty
Steelers.
much sums
Number
up
1
the
out.
evening for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, Vishal Tate, he pushed Vijay Malik as far as Vijay Malik would go. Vijay Malik turned around and said, son, I won't go any further. I've gone this far for you. Now you touch me and go back if you want. That was superb from Vishal Tate. They've just broken down the Haryana Steelers tonight. Tell me something, Navneet. This will be a demoralized unit, the Telugu Titans,
2 points.
after this game, man.
Telugu Titans. Jersey number 8 and 7 out.
I wonder if there's a certain high flyer watching this game from wherever he is, itching to get onto the mat. Shadlu there, a little too itchy for his own liking. Should be the final raid on what's been one-way
1
traffic
point.
on a
Haryana
Monday
Steelers.
evening.
Number 22 out.
The Haryana Steelers are exactly 22 points ahead of the Telugu Titans. The exact score difference that the Telugu Titans won by the last time around. Ashish Narwal is asking for a consolation point here.
1 point.
And he says, well,
Telugu
at least
Titans.
y'all didn't beat us
Number
by
8 out.
22. Navneet, I have something to confess, man. This is not the maximum number of points the
That's
Haryana
on.
Steelers have scored this season. They had 48.
Against You Mumba, my man.
Thanks, Navneet.
But there you go, a happy Manpreet Singh, a happy Shantanu, a happy Haryana Steelers. They go from strength to strength. The table toppers continue to cement their spot at the top of the points table. Tonight was one of the best performances we've seen in a game of Kabaddi. Absolute domination.
Yeah, this was as one-sided as it gets. The winning moments being celebrated by Shriram Finance here. The Haryana Steelers now need just a tie. One tie and they will have ensured their spot in the playoffs. Not at the top of the table, mind you, but in the playoffs.
I wonder if a tie exists in their dictionary. The way they played today, they don't seem to be thinking of a tie. And as for the record, it's the only team.
Where's he getting all these hats?
One of just two teams that don't have a single tie this season.
He's got a new hat.
That's not the new hat. That's just what he was playing with. Don't get excited, bitch. That's just his headgear.
Oh, he tied it around. But look at him. Look at him. He's untied it. Oh, that looks so trippy, man.
Wouldn't mind seeing you in that headgear, Bridge. Take a look at that. Yeah, better second half for the Titans, but truth be told, the Steelers just took it a little easy in the second half after what they did in the first half. And maybe went a little easy on the Telugu Titans.
All right, coming up, the home team, the Puneri Paltan, backs to their wall. It's a must-win game for them versus Dabang Delhi. This game, the Haryana Steelers running riot. The Telugu Titans wiped off the mat. 46-25, a 21-point win for the Haryana Steelers. The last time those two met, the Telugu Titans had won by 22. This one, all eyes on the home team, the Puneri Paltan.